My name is Ben Schrader, and I'm from Belgium, Wisconsin. I'm a junior majoring in English with a minor in creative writing.
My name's Nikita Salovich, and I grew up just across the river in St. Paul. I'm a senior majoring in psychology with a minor in biology.
My name is Henry Harris. I am from Northfield, Minnesota, and I graduated last fall with a bachelor's in political science and history. I received the Hedley Donovan Award from the History Department and made a study of environmental law and government policy leading up to the disaster at Love Canal.
From 1947 until 1952, the Hooker Chemical Company used the Love Canal section of Niagara Falls as a dumping site for toxic waste.
President Carter declared a state of emergency today in the Love Canal area of New York's Niagara Falls, where toxic chemicals were discovered oozing from the ground.
By examining school board minutes and correspondence between local industry representatives and the town's government connected to the sale of land around Love Canal, it became apparent that members of the school board were aware of the chemical dump and the toxicity of the material contained within when they decided to develop a school over it. This research brought me to Washington, D.C., allowing me to work at the Library of Congress with members of the Department of Agriculture and the EPA.
As an undergrad here at the U, I've had the chance to participate in the Undergraduate Research Opportunities Program, or UROP for short. Right now I'm completing a project in which I'm writing poems that connect various interpersonal relationships with the phenomenon of apomixis in angiosperms. Essentially what that means is that I'm writing poems about flowers and their ability to reproduce asexually. In working on this project, I'm continuing the tradition of creative truth-seeking started by scientists and natural philosophers like Carl Linnaeus and Erasmus Darwin, and I just had the opportunity to present this research at the annual English Undergraduate Conference.
One of the things that I love the most about the College of Liberal Arts is the broad range of research opportunities that are available to students. I've completed projects in the Department of Writing Studies, conducted field research in the Amazon rainforest, and most notably, I have spent 2 years working as a research assistant in the Department of Psychology.
Another project I worked heavily on this year was the rollout of the university's first all-subject undergraduate research journal. It struck me that there are very few outlets for formal exchange between the majors, which was a primary reason for my decision to pitch the idea to student government, MSA, and the university administration. The journal will be printed annually, starting the fall of 2017, and will hold up to 30 selected works of research from all undergraduate majors.
I'm currently working in 2 research labs. They each focus on different facets of psychology and challenge me in unique ways. I spend the majority of my time in the AMC lab, where I'm completing my senior thesis. The project consists of a set of experiments on the experience-driven form of attention known as habitual attention, which is the tendency to prioritize locations that we're frequently focused on before. This research helps us understand the potential cognitive and brain mechanisms that support habitual attention and has implications in designing therapeutic approaches for people with brain injury or neurological conditions. We are currently finalizing a manuscript on our findings, which will be submitted this year for publication.
The College of Liberal Arts has prepared me for the future by encouraging me to study more than just language and literature, and even seek a more connected understanding of the world around me. For instance, even as an English major, I've taken classes in biogeography, documentary filmmaking, and geology and cinema.
My classes in CLA have allowed me to earn credit while also gaining valuable lab experience and contributing to the pioneering research we do here at the U. I decided to study psychology and biology because of my interest in understanding why people do what they do. The beauty of my education through CLA is that I never had to let go of either of these disciplines. In fact, I was encouraged by my faculty mentors to gain interdisciplinary perspectives and skills that would shape me into a more innovative scholar.
The research opportunities and courses available through CLA helped cement my decision to pursue a career as a professor of poetry by showing me that the kind of work involved in writing and analyzing poetry is exactly the kind of work that fulfills me the most.
The College of Liberal Arts has enabled me to start asking the important questions of why things work the way they do. What is the context of market shifts and political decisions? What is the role of technology in shaping society long term? These are all things that liberal arts education has allowed me to examine, and more. In the coming year, I hope to go on to law school and study international and constitutional law. Eventually, I'd like to join the Navy's JAG Corps.
Next fall, I'll be enrolled in a fully funded, research-intensive program to receive my PhD in cognitive psychology. I aspire to look at every problem like both a scientist and an artist, as a student and as a teacher, and most importantly, as a human being, because that's what I've learned as a student at the University of Minnesota in the College of Liberal Arts.